Welcome back, everybody. It is Friday, so that means it's time for Busan Biz Connections. Well, there is a corporation right in the local area that puts social issues, environmental changes, and the public interest before everything else in this competitive society. I'm talking about Aipimirakl. So this morning, we're going to be talking and listening from or to Mr. Jung Chang-han, the CEO of Aipimirakl. So first up, Mr. Jung is going to tell us what type of company Aipimirakl is.
Aipimirakl provides those who have ideas for a new business with its patent research and analysis, idea development, marketing, and fundraising under the patent law. It is achieved through our unique idea incubating system called Business Kangaroo Care process, which was developed individually. You might want to ask what's all about kangaroo cares, but you probably would have seen a TV show that shows kangaroo cares take care of their babies in their pockets. And this actually was applied to humans as well. When a premature infant was breathing the last breath, they put the baby with the mother skin to skin because the incubator was not good for the baby anymore. And the result was outstanding. The baby started to breathe again. It's important to provide all those nutrition and proper temperature, but there is something more to it. That's what we are trying to provide in our services. Simply speaking, we are to reduce risk-taking actions in the process of growth of business as much as possible and provide services both on and offline. And we kept on looking for what the startup companies need rather than equip them with the basic elements.
Yes, so these days corporations are involved in various social activities as right consumption, fair trade, and sponsorship in order to return their profits to society. And of course, to change corporate image. When businesses do so, Aipimirakl organizes projects through which these corporations can contribute to society. They also recruit people and connect groups that are looking for sponsorship with these corporations that are willing to sponsor them. And to carry out such projects, they need funding. And when raising funds, Aipimirakl raises funds through sponsorships. Mr. Jung tells us about this in more detail.
As an incubating way to make pattern and business possibility of ideas higher, it is called idea incubating. That is a series of process applying transactional means of analyzing similar technology and competition company, and combining ICT through patent prior art search. In respect of developing and commercializing its ideas, CSV, that is creating shared value, a funding platform called Fundu, help those in need of business funds keep going as well as gain market effect in advance.
As Aipimirakl is a social enterprise that links corporations, society, and participants with each other, it was founded by a very young CEO, Mr. Jung. So why don't we listen to the motive or reason that drove him to establish such a type of business?
I took a class called Invention and Patent as a liberal arts major in electronics at university. It is very interesting that free will of human beings to overcome our given environmental problem is likely to create ideas in a positive way, and those ideas can be protected by the patent law. So I got a job in Seoul and worked for a patent law firm as foreign patent specialist. Having over 6 years patenting experience of foreign companies in Seoul and Busan, I got gradually interested in coming up with the idea of establishing a company. Here, the small company's patent right can be usually through a patent invalidation trial or lawsuit by a large company. I've got to realize I found our social structure imperfect, and from this moment, I started to think of a purpose of my life with a bit of worries. Aipimirakl is established for a social cause, which is to create healthy environments for startup companies and also for a customer to be a producer, marketer, investor, and even protector at the same time.
So yes, Mr. Jung really takes into serious consideration in opening a business that is distinguished from other companies that manufacture goods or services or developing technology while he built up experience and made constant efforts. And then he founded Aipimirakl. So he tells us what type of services Aipimirakl provides and much more.
We provide services in the process of growth of an idea. When an idea springs up, you will lead an intellectual property consulting. When you have these patent-protected ideas, then you can get funds through crowdfunding platform. If you are already a business runner, you can get help consulting and planning service in a cause marketing scheme. Currently, we are focusing on crowdfunding platform called Fundu, which allows local companies to participate in solving social problems, which is a very basic rule of a cause marketing. And also local university students, or anybody in fact, to share what they can offer. It can be their talent and products, just anything that they can give in broad ideas. You probably know Kickstarter as a good sample of a crowdfunding site, and Fundu is similar to it in a way, but it's to create social values as well as economic ones in a sense of connecting people together.
Yes, so if a corporation wants, for example, to paint murals in an underprivileged neighborhood as a form of community service, Aipimirakl looks for an organization or business that will donate the paint that's needed for painting the murals and volunteers who will do the actual painting. In that case, it's good for businesses to contribute to the community and people to provide services also to the community. So Aipimirakl connects them with each other. As Aipimirakl aims to be a good social enterprise, I'm sure that the type of employees that the company is looking for might be a little different. Mr. Jung tells us what type of people he seeks to hire.
The right people for our company is warm-hearted talent who succeed others first and himself next, and who have an innovative thinking. I love this remark. Did you try it? By Hyundai's founder Chung Ju-young. Nothing is impossible in the world, but we in advance define the boundary and fear failures and lack in patience and easily give up. Those who can be bold, challengeable, and neighborly are suitable for Aipimirakl.
Thus far, Aipimirakl has carried out 4 projects and will soon launch 4 more. Through Aipimirakl society, businesses, and people can communicate with each other. Mr. Jung tells us what the future of Aipimirakl looks like.
In spite of being higher, stronger, and eatable, I tend to the low spot, take care of the weak, and feed them in order for our company to have a good influence. We hope to be the most influential IP and ICT innovation company in Busan within 2 years. In the short run, we will change the culture of CSR, corporate social responsibility, with easy and enjoyable locally participating typed sharing project to grow up its economical and social values together. In the long run, we will take a lot of stepping stones for attracting foreign companies and making domestic companies advance abroad through the crowdfunding platform Fundu.
Yes, so that was Aipimirakl, and a special thanks to Mr. Chung Chang-han, the CEO of Aipimirakl, for telling us about this amazing company.